Hi guys, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's reading. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for existing. Thank you for choosing to show up for another moment, for another day. You are extremely strong, and I understand that it is not easy to show up every day, especially considering the times we are in. So, thank you so much for doing that, and I'm extremely proud of you. So, moving on to the reading, it's again a collective reading, and the topic is how can we be of support to others without depleting our energies. So, I do think it might resonate with people who are more empathic in nature or who are highly sensitive towards energies. Yet, I definitely intend that this reading reaches whoever it needs to reach and is going to be of support and encouragement. So, before we go into the reading, take a few deep breaths, breathe out through your mouth, and set the intention for the reading to, affirm your intuition, affirm your own awareness, and help you have more clarity about the truth of you. So, thank you so much, and let's get into the breathings or breathing exercises. Not the exercise, but yeah, the deep breaths. So, I'm going to ring the singing bowl. Breathe out through your mouth. Thanking the universe and all our guides in the non physical, maybe even in the physical, for helping us bring more clarity to this situation. So, first, I'm going to look into what is not what is going on, but how are we currently supporting those around us, just in general. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Trance. We have Oh, all right. So we have Mother of Pentacles with which is the Queen of Pentacles, Father of Swords, King of Swords. It had appeared in the recent reading as well. Interestingly enough, both are court cards. And then we have Five of Wands. Hmm. So, what I'm perceiving with the Mother of Pentacles and Father of Swords is that these are the archetypes or the personalities, if you would want to simplify it, the personalities that we are embodying, the archetypes that we are embodying right now to nurture others, to nurture those around us. Yet, the interesting bit is, I feel like there's a deep contrast, especially just looking at these three cards. The main thing that's coming through is the contrast. Only the sword of the King of Sword or the Father of Swords here is multicolored, right? Everything else is literally black and white. So I do perceive that our energy is extreme in extremes right now, how we are supporting others. So might be it's so what I'm receiving is, maybe we are becoming too nurturing at one point, and immediately in the next moment we are, we have a very sharp tongue in our conversation, or we are retaliating, or we are trying to set boundaries in an aggressive way, which is not nurturing. So no, these two personalities are extremely contrasting, and that's what's, showing up in our day-to-day lives as to how we are trying to nurture those around us. And clearly makes sense because the next card that we have is the Five of Wands, which is Saturn in Leo energy, as far as I remember. So that's like ego battles, clearly, unnecessary petty fights, petty arguments. So we might be making a hill out of a mole, if that is the phrase. I don't remember it entirely now, but that is the energy that I'm getting. We might be taking things too personally where we do not even need to, because the thing is, we are swinging from one end with the Father of Swords here to another end, which is the Queen of Pentacles, the Mother of Pentacles here, when it comes to being there for our loved ones. And that's clearly, neither is it helping us, neither is it being helpful for others as well, that state of being that we are in, because we are singing we are swinging from one extreme to another. And with singing, what I got reminded of immediately was listening to rap songs or aggressive rap songs right now, which is great to release pent up anger or release any aggressive energy within you. If you're using it while working out, it's amazing. Yet what I'm perceiving is, if we are even if we are resorting to those energies right now at this point in time, it may not be as helpful, because it actually could be doing the opposite. It's not helping us to release the anger. It might be actually feeding the anger even more, or feeding the aggression within us even more. We require a lot more soothing energy right now, because not it's not just the king and queen energy. Both are two sides of the same coin, or of the existence, which is masculine and feminine energy. Yet both of these suits are of extremely opposing energies, which is air and earth. They do not go well together. I mean, they are opposites, or they are complementary in a way, but it's still opposing forces, like fire and water. This is air and earth, so earth is going to suffocate air in some way, shape, or form. So that's what, in whichever places we're exhausting ourselves by being over nurturing, by overextending ourselves, because we think that those around us, especially this deer having this baby deer around themselves so cozily sleeping, what I'm receiving here is that many of us are extending our healing energies to those around us, because we think, if you look at a child, they, in that analogy, you might consider them as a weakling, or that they cannot take care of themselves because they're still learning about the world. And you are here, someone who's more mature, more grounded, and you know about the world, so you want to take care of them. And you might be looking at everyone right now, or your loved ones right now, in that manner. So you provide that shelter, you provide that safe space, and this baby energy or archetype person comes to you for that restful period, or for seeking calm in that this chaotic world. But what's happening is, you are exuding so much energy in nurturing, that you are depleting yourself just like that. It's going, all of that energy is going into thin air, because it's not, you are not setting the intention in some way, shape, or form for that energy to come back to you. I mean, all of us as a collective, and that's what's leading to this five of wands energy, where unnecessary things or petty things might be triggering us. So that's a current energy. And I'm going to use the Heimdall Tarot again, a deck that I have not used in a while. I just and I don't think I've used this deck in any YouTube readings actually. So I'm still myself getting acquainted to it. So I might use its guidebook for reference if required, because it's quite an interesting deck. And we have nine of wands at the bottom of the deck, which says power, yet it is about being defensive as well. So I do perceive, with the nine of wands. So the question is actually, if now the question that I'm going to address is, if the energy is depleting, where is it depleting? Although in the current energy itself, as to how we are supporting others right now, that in itself is letting us know where the energy is being, or how the energy is being depleted. But let's see, where is the energy being depleted? Just give me a moment, guys. I have some shortage of space, so I need to get all the cards together. We have Father of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so it's so I mean, just one last point that I want to add here is that I do believe, with the nurturing aspect that we are currently, enacting, not enacting, but exuding out into the world, we do have the intention for it to be more balanced. Yet that balance is not coming up, because we are going into our heads a lot about a lot of things. And that's simply happening because we are not very grounded in our nurturing right now. Anyway, so looking at where is the energy being depleted, if it's being depleted, we have we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter energy, and then we have the Six of Swords. And this, in this, it says sign. So I wonder if it is, influenced by Thoth tarot system. Anyhow, So we have, I'm just studying the card and I'll look at it again, showing it to you guys, and it's the Judgment and Six of Swords. Let me see what the bottom deck energy is. It is Two of Cups. It's about relationships. And this one, is it a peacock? I feel like it's a peacock. I'm not too sure, but it's a bird. And there's a single bird here. Yeah, I was getting the analogy of, with the nine of wands that I showed you guys. I was getting reminded of a spider, and spider is often associated with shadow work or our shadows as well. And specifically because many people do fear spiders, but there's also a lot to learn from them, especially about intricacy, detail oriented work, patience, letting things come to us. So I'm not asking you to be a predator, but just being aware of that energy of what you would like to have in your life, in your home, rather in your personal home, in your world, which is going to nurture you and uplift you and encourage you. Let those things come to you, and don't overextend yourself with the intention that because I am overextending myself or I am being compassionate, I must receive it. That is a transactional energy, which most of the times does not work. It's not that the expectation is incorrect, but it is still coming from a transactional place. When we are not depending on the results or on the outcome or on another person's behavior towards us. It's so much more free flowing, and it may come from multiple different places. Anyway, with the love and death also at the bottom of the deck, what I am receiving is definitely a deep, deep, deep transformation in terms of, so I feel like this is being orchestrated wherever we require to change, or wherever we require to change how we are supporting others, because the depletion is happening here. So for many of you, this could be with your best friend, with your partner, with someone you have a strong karmic connection with. And I don't seem to see that it's a karmic connection in a negative way, but a supportive energy for sure. Yet the give and take is not very equal right now, because we have the Wheel of Fortune and Six of Swords, which is telling me that it's giving me a lot of mentor like energy, a guru energy, someone who's leading somebody else to calmer waters. So that's what I feel is where our energy is getting depleted. Maybe we are trying to lift someone up who's not ready to lift themselves up right now. We might be giving them spiritual knowledge or higher perspective or bigger, like a bigger perspective on life, or we might be sharing philosophies with them to help them overcome a tough space or a tough mindset, even because Six of Swords comes after the Five of Swords, which is aggressive, gruesome mental battles, is what I perceive Five of Swords to be. And so moving more towards Six of Swords energy, so what I'm perceiving is, it's not that we are moving towards Six of Swords. We have, as a collective, this Jupiterian energy, this higher knowledge, higher perspective energy, which we are deploying or sharing with other people who require our support right now. But what's happening is our own energy is getting depleted, because right now the ones that we are wanting to support, they are not willing to go to the next level. It may as well be because with the Death card, it could, so I was talking about a spider because we had the Spider Woman, which is right out of the death card, and it's Mother of Stones in the West, which is mother of Queen of Pentacles energy, again Queen of Pentacles energy, right? So what I'm perceiving is, with the Two of Cups, then the Death card, and the Queen of Stones, is that these people that we are trying to support, or this specific person that we are trying to support, they are themselves in this deep transformational energy, and they may not require that, you know a support in the sense of wanting to move forward. Maybe they just want the support in the sense of just facing this specific phase in their own lives, rather than moving forward, just being still in this phase. That could be the case for some of them. I'm not saying it could be generally for a lot of them. But the other thing is, what's crystal clear here is that they are stuck in this underworld energy right now. They're moving through this underworld energy right now, so they may not be looking at the future in a positive way, or they may not be looking at life in a positive way, where they think something nice or something good can happen to them. And that's simply because they're going through through that death, rebirth, transformation. And death is, unnerving. That phase is unnerving. It shatters your ego, it shatters your awareness about what the world was, because a lot of things are changing, a lot of perspectives are changing within, and especially around emotions. I feel like a deep emotional transformation is happening for these people. So at this point, us showing them something brighter about the future may not help them as much as we might think. And that's why our energy is also getting exhausted. It's getting exhausted in the wrong place, because these people do not require that perspective. They might require just a listening ear. That's it. And so you listen, you release that energy, you set the intention that I would like to be there for this person, but I am also setting the intention for their energies to move out of my body and not get stuck to my body, to not get stuck to my being, not get stuck to my mindset or beliefs. That is very important to have right now. Now, I am going to look at essentially the main question. How can, although we have addressed it, but we would still like to, I would still like to dive into that for all of us, which is how can we be of support to others around us without depleting ourselves? And I'm going to use the everyday witch tarot. I'm just forgetting the names. All right. So we have Hanged Man, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Their colors are so beautiful, by the way. So, what the first thing that came to my mind was changing our perspective, and the spider analogy that I was sharing with you guys. Be the Queen of Swords. So, you nurture your mind, yourself, your being first, and then let the person who wants advice from you, who wants support from you, let them come to you. You do not have to compromise on your plans, on your targets, on your routine, on whatever you have set your mind to. Don't compromise on your targets as of now, just because you do want to support others. And there's nothing wrong about anyone's intention here. It's more about recognizing that your energy is required by you the most, as especially at this point in time, because the people that you do want to support are going through a very different phase, and they may not be able to receive what it is that you would like to share with them. So with the Queen of Swords and Page of Pentacles especially, and the Hangman, changing your perspective, letting go, let it be, surrender the entire situation to universe, to the gods, to source, whoever you believe in. Just let that situation be. In fact, with the Hangman, I'm also receiving, spend a lot more time in nature, spend a lot of time with them, just surround yourself with a lot of plants if you can, or go to a park, to a garden, to a forest, hug a tree, relax, do breathing exercises in nature if you can. And with the Queen of Swords and Page of Pentacles, that's the major thing that's coming through, which I already said, which is to stand firm in your footing, stand firm in what you would like to create for yourself, and let the Page of Pentacles, the student, let the student come to the master. And I'm not saying that you are greater or the other one is not that great. That's not the case. Let the person come to you if they genuinely require your help. And there is this one question that's coming to my mind, which is an incredible tool which I found when I was studying or taking classes from Access Consciousness. And the question is, before sharing any information with anybody, just ask yourself and your body, is the person willing to receive this information? You will feel if it's true or not, because if it will be true, you will feel lighter. If it's not, you might feel contracted. You might feel that your breath is getting contracted or tighter, or you may feel uncomfortable in your body. So you will know. That's a great question to understand, to know when to share information with whom. And with the Queen of Swords, she also has a white cat here, and it's again reminding me of instilling, grounding peace for yourself, especially in your mind, is very important to move through this change. And I mean, to move through this change with this other person as well, not just for you. So the best way you can be there for them is to focus on your own targets, on your own aims, and be an example. Let people be inspired by you setting an example the way you live your life, rather than going ahead and helping them out because you might be presuming that they require that exact help, right? So that's why I ask that question: is this person willing to receive this information or not? Lastly, I'm going to pull some cards from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck here, just as an encouragement message for all of us. I'm going to pull two cards. One is, so bottom deck is courage. I was talking about courage, isn't it? I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So maybe you need to muster up the courage to detach, even if you know it's your loved ones. And it's not in a negative way, it's a way which can be fulfilling and taking care of the well being of everybody involved. When you detach and from a place of abundance, from a broader perspective, you're able to help others by setting an example, by living the life that you would like to live. So inspiring your people through the life that you lead, right? And now yeah, I feel like, wow, I was about to talk about the crown chakra, and that's what, mental clarity, and the hangman also does indicate that. So because the color is purple, and just look at the other two cards that I actually pulled up, it's all purple. So deep, 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 you know not a deep but a strong indication from the universe here is to focus on clearing up your crown chakra. So many of you, if you are not having a good night's sleep, please indulge in this practice called yoga nidra. You will find a lot of videos on yoga nidra. It's yoga space nidra. That meditation is going to help you relax a lot, help you relax your nervous system as well. So that's going to be very helpful for your crown chakra as well, wherein you become, because when your crown chakra clears up, you will be more discerning about what energies are coming towards you, and then setting the intention as to what can you do with this energy, how to just setting the intention of wanting to remove it from your body if it's not helpful, right? So we have discipline and acceptance as an encouraging message coming through. So discipline says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. What did I say with the Queen of Swords, right? Set your mind towards your own goals, set an example by achieving or pursuing your own goals and targets. And we have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Like I said, these people, the ones that you do care about, and they might care about you as well. I don't feel there's any toxic energy, yet they are probably not in a phase where they can receive who you are or the knowledge that you bring in some way, shape, or form. So accept that there are things outside of you that you may not be able to change. So just exude love, ease first. Cultivate that for yourself. Have love, ease, compassion for yourself. Be more in relaxation, because you can only do so much as a single person. But keep your trust in the universe, because you are doing your work by meeting the universe halfway when you are being disciplined in your energy, in your awareness about where should my focus go, what should I do, am I doing something that's fulfilling me or not. When you are doing these things, universe will support you, it will come halfway and it will support you. So remember that and accept that what people choose is not your responsibility, and you are not liable for it. It is their own awareness, it's their own choice. It's not up to you to feel bad about it, because they might get inspired by what you are saying in any way, shape, or form. But if they choose to accept that information and understand what is true for them within that piece of information or not, it's totally up to that individual. Because willpower is being instilled in every single soul, and they have their willpower or their will to choose what they would like to. So it's not your fault if they choose something that you may feel is wrong. And do understand that you may feel that it's wrong, but it's also part of their own journey, of their own becoming. So in any way, shape, or form, don't feel too responsible for it. Be responsible for where your energy goes. Be responsible for how you are disciplined about your own energy. So, yeah, wow, that was a long message. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the reading. If you found it helpful, share it with people that you think it would be of help. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye.